It's regenerating.
Did you hear that?
Dad, help us! The building fell down on this waterfall again!
I gotta get my son. Can you take us?
What's happening in terms of the tale is that Donnie and Trey and the whole school of Silverton are involved in making a time capsule video to sort of talk about where they'd like to be in 25 years' time on the very day that a storm hits, their town and possibly removes any chance of that happening. It could be the last day of their lives.
What the hell is that?
And on that day, Donnie goes missing and Gary goes in search of him at the same time that these guys are chasing the storm to document it for science purposes.
I play a professor of meteorology who's been hired by a group of storm chasers to find them a storm that they can take their documentary cameras into the center of and film that for the first time.
Whoa, guys, look at that! Grant!
And we end up in the same town that Richard and his family are in. And what we start to see is this storm is going to go right through a school. So we end up kind of colliding. We're strangers at the beginning of the movie. And by the end of the movie, we've gone through some incredibly intense experiences that create a kind of bond and an intimacy that can only really happen in crisis.
We were rarely on a soundstage. Yeah. Most of the time we were out on the street. The scene when we did our first encounter where Gary and Alison first meet, we were in the street and they rigged up a crane and pulled us on wires into the air, which I've never seen that before. I didn't know it was even possible. I was quite surprised when we got into the street and we found ourselves flying through the air. Right. I always assumed that would be in a soundstage. So a lot of the effects very close to the actors was practical, so it felt like we were really there doing it.
Hey, something's happening behind us. There's another one! There's one to our right!
This movie is coming at a time when it's kind of a hot topic because I think everybody's starting to harbor a secret fear, or a not so secret fear, of what's going on globally with the weather. Things are not going back to normal. Things are getting weirder and weirder and scarier and more intense.
There's 3, 4, they're everywhere!
We have multiple vortices touching down!
Pete, these systems are too erratic. We gotta get out of here.
Oh my God, no, 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 no!